Now, one of the best ways to approach this is to think what we mean by dimension. I'd like to illustrate it by saying it's already implicit in space, the four directions of space. For instance, if that are north and south, I can walk north and south without going east. I can walk east or west without going north and south. Those two parameters, those two dimensions, are independent. And you can represent them, this is geometry, as two axes. In other words, you can go along this way without changing this, and you can go along this way without changing this. You could say, now this leads me to say that there are only four basic aspects. If I were to say directions, you could say, well, there's, suppose I were to say dimensions. Then I'd have to recognize that a dimension involves two directions, because there'd be a plus and a minus. So, well, this is only one dimension. It has two directions. So when I talk about aspects, I'm talking about four coming out of these two dimensions. Now, you remember we had things, and if I think of things as plus, well, then it falls right into place that not having the things is minus. But minus is positive in its own right because it's a definite need. Now, this one, remember we had concepts here. So I could put concepts here and then ask myself, well, what is the negative of concepts? See, the negative of concept is curiosity. This is the answer. This is the question. And I would equate the purpose with the curiosity. It's that dynamic that carries you into getting more, but it's not more physical stuff. It's more conceptual, non-physical. So there's a non-physical axis going up and down. This being physical. Right now, there are a whole lot of things that this can solve. For instance, the mind-body problem. It's always posed as dichotomy, mind-body, or mind-matter. But here, we would say that the mind-body problem is not a dichotomy. It's a quaternary. There are four things going on. Mind and body interact. Each one has a polarity. Body is the physical thing between needs and things, hunger and food, whereas the non-physical axis, or mind, is between purpose and intellect, intuition and intellect.